The Florida State situation is very fascinating for college football fans. And I understand and I empathize to a degree with the frustration that Seminole fans are feeling right now. And because of that frustration, we're hearing all sorts of different possible scenarios coming up in the near future. And those mainly consist of Florida State boycotting the Orange Bowl or perhaps just playing third stringers during the entire game. One possibility, though, that I have not seen mentioned by anyone so far rests on the flip side of that equation, and that has to do with the polls and the rankings. You may not be aware of this, but neither the AP, the Associated Press, or the coaches poll are required to name the college football playoff winner as the number one team. So in other words, after the college football playoff is over, the champion of that playoff has been determined and given the trophy. Neither the AP nor the coaches poll have to list that team as being the number one team in the nation. So theoretically, if Florida State wins the Orange Bowl against Georgia and does so in an impressive fashion, both the AP and the coaches poll could list Florida State as the number one team in the nation in their year-ending poll, essentially naming the Seminoles as the national champion for the 2023 season. So number one, understanding that that is the case, if I'm Florida State, I'm not half-assing it in the Orange Bowl. I'm not pulling players. I'm not boycotting. I'm going in there to kick Georgia's ass, number one. Number two, if I'm a part of the AP or the coaches polling and I feel so strongly about Florida State being left out of the playoff, I know this is an option I have in my back pocket, the nuclear option, to list Florida State as the number one team in the nation in my final poll. And if they play well and they dominate Georgia in the Orange Bowl, I think that's something that seriously needs to be considered. And if that happens, you would have a split national championship, just like in the days of the BCS and in the days of the bowl system, where you have more than one team that gets to claim the national title. Now, do I think this is going to happen? Probably not, because I don't know if Florida State is going to go all in for this Orange Bowl. And if they do, I don't know if they're going to beat Georgia. And even if that happens and they win impressively, I don't know if the AP and or the coaches have the guts to name the Seminoles number one at the end of the year. But it could happen. It is possible. And it's a scenario that is certainly worthy of some further discussion. This is Kevin in Texas, and God bless each and every one of you. I'll talk to you later. Bye.